Mecklenburg County voters will have an extra question to answer on this year's ballot.
And it could determine the future of many transportation projects.
After an 8-to-1 vote from county commissioners, voters will now get the final say on whether or not to raise the sales tax by 1%. It's estimated it would cost taxpayers around $20 a month.
If passed, the money generated would help the county pay for transit projects. 40% would go to roads, 40% would be spent on rail, the remaining 20% goes to buses.
Now, some of those projects include the Red Line, which would set up a rail service from uptown Charlotte to northern parts of Mecklenburg County. The Silver Line would also be extended, and access to bus services would expand to nearly 500,000 residents.
Now, Live at 5, we're digging deeper into what else a yes vote would do.
So if passed, the county would also need to put together a new transit authority group.
Investigative reporter Naomi Coles explains how some advocates have concerns about who's going to get those seats at the table.
The law requires a 27-person transit authority for this plan to come together. The Republican-controlled General Assembly left very specific instructions on who gets those seats. That's what concerns supporters and opponents of the plans, because in its original form, seats were not carved out for public transit users. City and county leaders promised to address that last week for 2 of the seats they control, but still concerns remain. Part of that is because several of those seats must by law be appointed by people nowhere near Mecklenburg County. That's 1 from the governor and 2 from leaders in the General Assembly.
What I see is an unhealthy alliance for 6 spots, which will always make you able to run the board. And that's the 3 people that will get appointed by the folks in the General Assembly, the 3 corporate appointments.
The authority must be diverse, include those who use the system, our riders, and lift up the community by creating jobs and connect opportunities for small and minority firms.
It's also worth noting that 6 of those seats must be filled by municipalities outside of Charlotte, and another several seats must be appointed by people recommended by local business interest. Reporting in the newsroom, Naomi Coles, WBTV, on your side.